Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and today we will be going over Color Predicts Personality. We will be reading an article and discussing, going over vocabulary words and discussing whether this type of prediction is actually accurate. So the learning goals for this is for vocabulary and reading comprehension. Because we will be reading an article, we'll also have a small concentration on pronunciation. So again, my name is Holly, and I will be the teacher for this hour. And the topic will be, can color predict personality? So we're pretty much going to talk about personality and personality tests, and it should be an interesting topic. So color predicts personality, or can color predict personality is the question. A little bit about me. My name is Holly. I am from Idaho in the United States. I've been teaching English since 1994 and been teaching online since 2006. And I have lived in 2 foreign countries, and that would be South Korea for a little under 2 years, and for Finland for 11 years. Um, and I came back to the States about 5 years ago to be closer to family, and that's been a good decision. So that's a little bit about me. And I started here at Verbling about 3 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago. It's been a very wonderful experience so far, meeting people from around the world and helping them and encouraging them in their English practice. So again, let me show you what the plan is for today. Color predicts personality. We will basically have a discussion about a personality test as a whole, and then we will guess what we think possibly the article is about. Then we will read the article, and then we will go on to comprehension questions to see if you actually understood the article, some vocabulary activities, and then a discussion. So that is the plan for today. So yeah, so that is the plan. And I look forward to working with whoever comes class, whether it's one person or whether it's 9 people. I'm totally excited with the possibility. So again, the topic today is color predicts personality. It's basically a reading activity and vocabulary activities. Let me show it to you. So bear with me a moment. We will start out with a discussion and then go on to guessing and then reading the article and then going through and some vocabulary activities and then a discussion. So that is the plan for today. Again, my name is Holly, and I've been teaching here at Verbling for about 3 weeks now. And I did catch a cold, so my voice is kind of strange and so forth. And anyway, it'll be nice to work with whoever decides to come to class, and also whoever listens to the class. I also appreciate you being here. So So the topic today again is color predicts for personality, or really, can it? Can your choice of colors predict your personality? That's the question. And so apparently there's a personality test out there that tests just that, your choice of colors. So again, my name is Holly, and I've been teaching here at Verbling for about three weeks now. You can follow my profile and learn a little bit more about me by going to my profile, and here's the profile. You can also follow me on Facebook. Yeah, the name would be Verbling Teacher Holly, and that's how you can follow me there. And that gives you more of an idea of a little bit of who I am. And I've been teaching English since 1994, and I've been teaching online since 2006. When I'm not teaching English, I'm usually involved in some type of customer service, sales, or training. And so, and then I did a couple years also as a writing when I wasn't teaching full time, but most of my career has been teaching English to native speakers, since 1994. So, still waiting for students to come so that we can start. And in a few more minutes, I'll just go ahead and start without them and see if I can teach this without any students. So. My name is Holly, and I'll be the teacher today. Um, and I'll be working with people who have signed up for the class and who want to come. And look forward to whoever did reserve a time to arrive. And so that will be nice to meet them. Um, the topic is color predicts personality, and we'll be talking more or less about a language test. We can quickly go ahead, and I guess I can go ahead and start. And the question is, do you agree or disagree with the following? A test can accurately predict personality. So do you agree or disagree with this? I personally believe that a test can predict personality, but it can't accurately predict personality. I'm not sure that it can truly accurately predict personality. B, personality tests are very important for employers. Personally, I believe that personality tests are important, but I don't think they are the end all be all for employers. They are just an indication, but they really shouldn't be. They should just be that, maybe an indication, but employers shouldn't decide whether to hire somebody based on a personality test. That's my opinion, of course. Next one. Personality tests are very important for people because it tells them the perfect job. Again, I don't think that a personality test should be the end all be all of everything. Personality test should be just an indicator of for the person. So if they realize based on the personality tests that that they are better suited for something, then that would be good. So if anybody has a ticket, please come in. It would be nice for you to enjoy the class. The next one is CEOs and other leaders tend to have strong, dominant personalities. That's true. I kind of agree with that. I would say that many leaders are very strong, maybe not dominant, but they're strong and they're confident. I want to change my personality. Personally, I'm not sure how that's possible, whether it would even be possible for someone to change their personality. So, so that's one thing. Personally, that's my personal opinion. So let's go on. Pre or post comprehension. Guess before the article whether the sentence is true or false. So, hey, the test checks only your preference for black, white, and gray. Well, if it's a color personality test, I would say that that's false. The test works only with native English speakers. Well, when it's a personality test that has no language involved, it would also be false. The CEOs who took the test would also make good artists and teachers. I believe that that's true because it doesn't really make a difference. CEOs who took the test had strong characters but were unstable. I would say that that's true and false. I'm sure that there are CEOs who take those kind of tests and they are unstable. The test may also be used to catch problems with the brain in the future. Why not? That's true. Anyway, if there's any words in here that people do not know, preference comes from the word prefer, to prefer. CEO is the boss of the company. It's the chief executive officer. There could be other words, but I'm not for sure which one it would be. So let's go ahead and read the article. So the article goes with, what color do you prefer? The seemingly simple answer may predict your personality, at least according to a recently developed test. The new test takes 60 seconds to complete and asks takers to order as many as 50 by preference. For example, which color do you like the least? Black, gray, or white? Much like other personality tests, this one can help individuals choose jobs that match their personality profiles. However, this test is unique because most other tests are verbal and may not translate well to other languages or cultures. The new test, solely based on colors, can be used all over the world. The test has already been administered to more than 750,000 people, including more than 800 famous CEOs. The test predicted that the group of CEOs as a whole was suited for upper management. Yet surprisingly, the test indicated that these CEOs would make good social workers, artists, and teachers. Of course they would. They overwhelmingly preferred magenta, which is red and yellow compared to most people. According to the test, these colors mean the person isn't so much of a perfectionist, but also is more emotionally unstable than others. As more people take the test, the results will increasingly be refined. This means the test will predict personalities even more effectively in the future. No one knows why or how color can predict personalities, but the answer likely lies deep within the brain and neuroscience. In addition, there may be alternative uses for the test too, such as detecting psychological disorders and other diseases like dementia. Marketers, advertisers, and other industries that use psychology are already exploring the methods to use color. Expect to see more about colors and their influences in the near future. So, first of all, let's look at some vocabulary words. Dementia. Dementia would be if a person gets elderly and they stop actually working, or they're not able to think, they stop remembering. The main thing is they just forget everything, forget basic things. I know somebody that has dementia that was trying to buy something with his bank card, and the only number he could remember was his social security number, which was not his bank card number. So, and he has just the beginning stages of dementia. Other words in here, alternative would be other uses. To be refined is to make better. So that as more people use this test, they will be able to make the test better and better. I think it's interesting that they all overwhelmingly preferred one color. A perfectionist is somebody that has to have everything, well, I mean, for lack of a better word, perfect. They also might need to they don't like to make mistakes. If they make mistakes, then a lot of times perfectionists do not finish. They quit. So that's what a perfectionist does. Let's go to the first ones. The seemingly simple answer may predict your personality. Seemingly, what appears to be simple, but it might not be simple. That's an adjective in this respect. A recently developed test is a new test. To order here is to put something, order from whether they like it or dislike it. So these are what they these are some other vocabulary words. The new test is solely based. If something is solely based, it's singularly based on colors. It's not based on anything else but colors. Solely based on something. Okay, so let's go on to questions. So, first question, how does the new personality test work? Well, to answer the question, the new personality test works through through people choosing colors. So they'll choose their preference, choose their favorite color in a certain area, and based on their choices, after a few colors, a few times, then they will excuse me. Then they will choose the personality characteristics. Why might it be better than other personality tests? The main reason is it's not using language. It's only using tests. So people can take it who might not know English as their native language, but they can take this test because it's all about color. Number what sort of colors did CEOs prefer? They preferred red and yellow, magenta, those kind of stuff. What sort of personality traits did the CEOs have? According to the article, they had all kinds of personality traits. They were very strong, for example. Last one, what does the article say about marketing and advertising? Well, the article said that, I don't even remember. So let's look. What does the article say about marketing and advertising? They can use this test to explore methods to use, because if they find that a specific color is liked by a specific type of person, then they can use this test. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do vocabulary matching. Seemingly. Seemingly, actually, in this respect, means to all appearances. Profile in this article, it's a description. Solely in this respect, it means only. It's by itself. Administer means to give. To administer medicine. And nurses administer medicine. Suit means ideal. In this respect, it means ideal. Oops. So let's see if we can erase that one. Bear with me. Okay. All right. Suit means ideal. So if something suits a person, it means that they are happy with it. They're happy with whatever the situation is. Okay. Overwhelming. Overwhelming is very much. Stable is well balanced. Refined would be improve. Alternative is other. And detect means to discover. So if you detect something, it means you have discovered something. Okay, let's go to the next vocabulary activity. Fill in the blank with the correct word. So the words we have are unstable, solely, seemingly, overwhelmingly, alternate, administered, detecting, refined, suited, and profiles. So, A, the seemingly simple answer may predict your personality. The seemingly simple answer may predict your personality. Number B, this personality test can help individuals choose jobs that match their personality profiles. Okay, number C, the new test solely based on colors can be used all over the world. Somehow I've lost my mouse. Bear with me a moment. Here it is. Okay. Solely. Okay. D. The test has already been administered to more than 750,000 people. Okay, so that's bear with me as I type this in. Write it. I'm not very good at writing with the mouse yet. So administer. E. The test predicted that the group of CSOs as a whole was suited for upper management? F. They overwhelmingly preferred magenta, red and yellow compared to most people. Okay. I cannot write. Bear with me a moment. Magenta. Oh wait, overwhelmingly not magenta. I'm sorry. That's probably why it hasn't been working for me. It's hard for me to teach a conversation class when nobody's here. Okay. They overwhelmingly preferred magenta, red and yellow compared to most people. According to the test, CEOs are also more emotionally unstable than others. But that's just a test. Is it scientifically based? I'm having a hard time believing. Next one. As more people take the test, the results will be increasingly be refined. Okay, there may be alternative uses for the tests. Okay. There will be other uses such as detecting psychological disorders. Detecting. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the next vocabulary discussion. And as soon as I answer these questions, if no one's here, I'm going to stop. So, did you like this article? Well, sure. Why not? What was your general impression about after reading this article? I think it's a great way to consider language issues where all you do is color. The only problem I have is different cultures might see color differently, or some cultures might see red as a power color, and other cultures might see red as a different type of color. What do you think about personality tests in general? I think they're fun. They're very fun to do, but I am not a person that believes in everything I read, and so they're just an indicator. They're nothing else. If a personality test tells me that I am an introvert, it doesn't mean that I can't be an extrovert. If a personality test tells me that I'm one way, it doesn't mean I can't be the opposite way. What do you think about this personality test? Does it really work? Well, it might not. Only time will tell. Have you ever taken a personality test? If yes, what were the results? If no, why not? Well, I've taken the Myers-Briggs personality test many times throughout my career, and I've also taken the DISC profile many times. For the DISC profile, I usually come out as a D, and sometimes I come out as a C. For the Myers-Briggs, I always come out as an I or ESTJ. How would you describe your personality? My personality is sometimes I have a need to be alone. Sometimes I need to be around a lot of people. I can be serious at times, and I can also be fun-loving at times. I love getting to talk to people. I'm very talkative, and so forth. Well, what sort of careers would suit your personality? Why do you think so? A career that allows me to work with people and talk to them. What sort of careers would be suitable based on your personality? Why do you think so? Science and engineering and math and accounting, anything that requires numbers. What do you think about companies that give personality tests before they hire employees? I don't think they should ever use a personality test as an indicator. I think that there is a place for personality tests, but not as a way to hire them. And how would you feel if personality tests determined your career or what to study at school? Well, I wouldn't be happy about it because I have taken personality tests before that when I took the same test a few years later, it came out completely different because while we're in school or while we're going through different time periods in our lives, our personalities can be quite different. So anyway, I hope that this was a conversation class, and it's hard for me to really have a conversation solely by myself. So I'm going to call it a day, and I hope that those of you who were watching learned some vocabulary and pronunciation and got a chance to just listen to me speak. I am having problems with my voice, and having to talk for 35-40 minutes straight has not something that is good for my voice. So I'm going to stop, and I do have another class coming up in 20 minutes, and it is on, what is the topic? Amusement parks. And so I hope the people that reserved for that class actually come. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.